Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Kathryn Petralia. She's the co-founder of Cabbage, an American Express company, and we're going to discuss how small businesses are navigating some of the challenges in today's economic environment. Kathryn, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us about Cabbage and the solutions it provides for small businesses.
Cabbage helps small businesses manage cash flow, and they do this by providing a suite of products that work together. That includes a line of credit, a business checking account, access to payment processing and bill pay and invoicing. And as part of American Express now, obviously cards. And what's important for most small business owners is being able to see everything in one place because it takes so much time to manage your finances.
Let's talk about the small business landscape overall. Where are you seeing sectors of growth? Any demographics or verticals you can share there?
I think what we're seeing in sort of a post-pandemic world is a lot of businesses that are really growing are in certain industries, or rather maybe not in certain industries. You talk about a K-shaped recovery, and those businesses that are in hospitality and who depend on an urban commuting workforce, those businesses are still struggling. The ones that are doing really well either are in the e-commerce space or sort of like the creator influencer economy, or they are businesses that are traditional, but have found new ways to reach their customers and new ways to serve them and opened up markets globally that maybe they didn't have before.
With companies raising prices due to inflation, how can small businesses keep up with the trends?
Well, I think it's really important to optimize for time as much as you possibly can. For example, going to one place to manage your finances is one, and also look to less expensive ways to find customers. A lot of businesses are finding digital marketing more successful than some of the more traditional means they used to acquire customers in the past. So whether it's on your customer relationship management platform, or whether it's marketing, or whether it's actual delivery, finding ways to go digital in ways that can save you time and money, I think are great for small businesses.
How are they managing higher input costs and margins?
Many of them, and this is anecdotally for me, I think are passing along those expenses. I was talking to one local restaurant owner near my home who said that almost every single thing that he buys has gone up in price in the last couple of months. And there's not much of a choice other than to pass those costs along to consumers.
Let's talk about the competition for labor. I know many of the guests that are on my show that are small businesses, the challenge to attain and retain talent and wages increasing really are impacting small businesses. What have you heard on the wage front?
And we're hearing the same exact thing you are, that it's hard to find and attract and retain employees. And the only way to do that is by paying them more. So some options the business owners have are to maybe take on more part-time employees, look for parts of the workforce that are maybe less utilized and be able to attract them to work part-time. A lot of business owners are just doing more work themselves, which is just makes it even harder for them, and even more important that they find other ways to streamline in their business so they can accommodate that. But then other business owners are finding that when they pay people more, then they stay longer. And so the cost of turnover is lower. And they're realizing that maybe long-term paying higher salaries necessarily is challenging financially as they thought it was.
And Kathryn, to wrap up here, what's your general outlook on small businesses? How much longer do you think we get until some sort of normalness?
For small business owners, I would say there's almost never a normal. There's always a challenge. It's always a really difficult, I think, business to run a small business because you're the most vulnerable and you have access to fewer tools and resources than large businesses do. I think, some sector of small businesses are always stressed. There's always tension. So I think it's business owners or entrepreneurs, they're very, very resilient. I think American entrepreneurs in particular are really excited about continuing to run their own businesses, and I think they'll continue to do so.
All right, Kathryn, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.